In this unit, you will be introduced to the kinds of journals that you will find in the library and the types of journal articles that are available. Information literacy is a core competency for scholars. The Association of College and Research Libraries defines information literacy as the set of abilities that requires individuals to recognize when information is needed, to locate, evaluate, and effectively use the needed information. In this unit, we will be addressing how to access the information effectively and efficiently, and how to evaluate information and its sources. There are lots of facets to information literacy, but two important aspects to understand are that there are different kinds of publications that are available in the library, and that there are different kinds of journal articles, and that in both of these cases, both in the kinds of publications and in the kinds of journal articles that are available, scholars assign different values, give different weight to the knowledge that's presented in each kind. When you go to the library and conduct a search for articles, you will encounter many kinds of publications. Each of them is designed for a particular audience. Peer-reviewed academic journals and academic journals are produced for scholars. The peer-reviewed academic journal is the gold standard, since the articles contained in that kind of journal were reviewed and accepted by a panel of peers who determined the contents to be good science. Academic journals are also considered scholarly sources, since the articles in those journals are supported by references to scholarly literature. Most of your sources in academic writing should come from these two kinds of publications. Trade journals are produced for practitioners. For example, the Harvard Business Review is published for business practitioners or leaders. The OD practitioner offers knowledge from the practice of organization development for organization development consultants. Trade journals are not scholarly sources. They can provide insight into what's going on in a profession or a practice, but they don't carry the same weight as academic journals. Popular magazines and newspapers are also not scholarly sources. Now, you can use articles from trade journals, popular magazines, and newspapers in your scholarly writing, but you should do so sparingly. Authors who write for practitioners or the general public make claims and present knowledge that has not been held up to the rigorous standards of scholarship. So the sources just don't carry the same weight as the academic journals and the peer-reviewed journals. When you're creating an argument or making the case for a conclusion that you want readers to come to, that you want them to support, you must offer evidence for any claim that you make. For scholars, the most highly respected sources for evidence are peer-reviewed journals and academic journals. Within scholarly journals or academic journals, you will find different types of articles. First, there are research articles, which are empirical studies which means studies of experience, lived experience. That involves the researcher collecting original data, or in some cases, using archival data, which was originally collected by another researcher. Research articles will always include the collection of data, and you will also find a methodology section. Theoretical articles will not include original data. The material that forms the basis of a theoretical article is existing theory. The author's intent is to extend that theory, build a new theory or concepts, etc. A review article is just that. It's a review or a presentation and evaluation of previously published articles. The review article summarizes what we already know about a topic. It's often used to show that there's a gap in the literature. So how did this come about? The author goes to the library, does searches for articles on a particular topic, reads those articles, analyzes them, and then presents his or her take on that existing body of knowledge for a particular subject. Now, the review article should offer a fresh look at the literature. It's fresh in as much as the author's analysis and way of synthesizing what he or she found in that literature is new. No one has ever done that before, even if many of those articles were previously reviewed. And then there are, of course, book reviews and editorials, neither of which is considered to be a scholarly piece of writing.